examination. He's basically evasive, she's ruthless. So here's what happened next. Ms. Sassoon asks, were you not involved at all in Alameda trading in 2022? Sam says, I was not involved as a general principle in day-to-day trading. Then Ms. Sassoon showed him being involved in day-to-day trading, Oxy and Maps, with text messages to Caroline saying, quote, $1 to $2 million of each over the next day or two. Question, did you see that? Yep. And so began the ruthless destruction of Sam's credibility. He would say he didn't do something, and then basically we'd get hard evidence that he did. We also got a really annoying strategy from Sam where he just would try to dodge every question about things he said in the past. Like, do you recall that? Sam would say, not specifically, but I'm not saying that I didn't. Or Ms. Sassoon would ask, yes or no, you stated on this podcast you were not involved at all in Alameda trading. Sam, I don't recall what I said. And then we would just hear this.
I wasn't super involved in Alameda. I was not involved at all in the trading. I hadn't been for years.
Things continued like this, with Sam saying things like, I'm not sure, I don't remember, quote, I don't remember what I said. And Ms. Sassoon each time would show him exactly what he said he doesn't remember. And Sam basically refused to say yes, even to things that were obviously true. Like a question, did you or did you not market FTX International and save it? Yes, he did that like a million times. He'd say, I don't specifically remember that, I'm not sure. Which, I'm not sure the benefit of saying you don't remember this, but there are definitely negatives to it. which was pissing off the judge and the jury. After all, Sam's whole case rests on his version of events, which is very different from everyone else's, but when pressed on basic statements he made, if he suddenly gets amnesia and can't recall, why should anyone believe it when he does recall things? This felt like a really big trap had been set for Sam, and he kind of just walked right into it. Not that things went better for him when he did answer, though, because at some point, Ms. Sassoon asked about regulation, and he did answer that. Question, you wanted your followers to think that consumer protection was important to you, right? Answer, sure, but this was really just for PR, wasn't it? Answer, no. She then pulls up a message Sam himself wrote and had him read it out to the jury, saying, yeah, just PR. F regulators. And look, that's a lot. Just on paper, that's already so damning, but having Sam himself actually repeat it back to the judge and jury just encapsulates this story so well, because from the beginning, Sam believed he can talk his way out of this, only to have himself eviscerated, not necessarily by other people, but by his own words most of all. There's just something so poetic about that, and look, cross-examination went on for a while, but I think that was the most powerful moment for me personally, and it concludes the major revelations from his testimony. So now, after hearing all the evidence, I think it's time for a jury decision. All right, we have a verdict. It's only been 3 hours since the jury started deliberating, which usually means it was a fast decision. So if you want to put in your thoughts at home, I have the verdict right here. All 7 counts, guilty, baby. So this is a pretty happy ending, obviously, for me, but we won't know the sentencing until March. In fact, I think it's a happy ending for a lot of the customers, at least some cold comfort that there looks like there's going to be some justice done here. And for this case, for now, it's over. Either way, hope you enjoyed this detailed look at the FTX trial. Thanks for watching.
Okay, before you go, I just wanted to say I'm going to be releasing some tasteful photos for my bathtub shoot on Patreon as wallpapers. Coffee hasn't paid his tab in weeks, and I'm broke.
What are you whispering about over there?
Oh, nothing. I'm just telling everybody they can get early access to these amazing videos on Patreon by supporting us.
Hey, that's actually pretty nice. Thanks, Maxwell. You know, and to think I was mad at you earlier.
All is forgiven.
That's good. You know, last thing, I found this camera of yours, and there's some pretty insane photos you took. We're deleting these, right? We can't show the public this.
Oh, those? Of course. You know, you've been working so hard. Let me take care of that for you. You get going now.
Wow, thanks. Yeah, sure. Just take care of it. And I think I'm done with the $40 million penthouse. See you back at the bar. The creators of SafeMoon have been indicted. One of them has been arrested, and it's a lot worse than we thought. Now, I have the indictment right here in front of me, and let me say, I have chills looking at this. We've been calling out SafeMoon for over 2 years. This is my 8th video on them, so I can't express how vindicating it is to see this. And before we go further, I just have to thank you guys. Without your support, helping shine a light on this, I truly don't think this would have happened, and I think I would have been sued into oblivion by now. So thank you. I don't want to get too sappy here. Let's just jump into this indictment. Our top suspects on the page: United States of America against Braden John Caroni, Kyle Nagy, Thomas Smith. You guys know those are our top 3 suspects as well. We have over 2 hours of video dedicated to them, and now they're going down. Now, also attached to the court docket is a notice of Thomas Smith's arrest already. But we also have an announcement that John Karony has also been arrested in Utah, while Kyle Nagy is still on the run. But I'm sure he'll be found eventually. But let's see the charges. It looks like they're conspiracy to commit securities fraud. Nice. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Very good. And conspiracy to commit money laundering. Very spicy. So these are not huge surprises from us. As I reflect on this, though, I remember that they actually sent me something threatening me. They sent me this cease and desist. They were going to sue me. They told me I was going to go to jail. That violation of the statute of causing them emotional distress is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. I still have that set aside. Probably I'm going to frame it. But I'm just struck by the irony that now it looks like they're the ones who are going to go to jail. Now, I'm going to try to keep this from being too much of a victory lap here. We're going to talk about the main meat of this indictment. So obviously, a lot of this won't be a huge surprise. Obviously, SafeMoon advertised itself as a safe investment vehicle because of their liquidity pool, which was supposed to be locked forever. It wasn't. As we've covered in detail, it was used as a piggy bank by Kyle Nagy, Thomas Smith, and John Karony for whatever they wanted. According to this, they talked about buying luxury vehicles. Obviously, they did some of that. But this indictment also shows the conspiracy side of things goes further than we knew. Back in March 16th, 2021, Nagy asked John Karony, quote, "Should we be honest with the team about pulling out of the liquidity pool for the project now?" Now, Karony responds to this. Let's draft up a statement. Thomas, you and I need to talk about how to message